You're not small. The galaxy lives through you. Have you ever stared up at the night sky and felt utterly insignificant? A tiny speck of dust adrift in an endless, silent cosmos. That feeling, that deep-seated belief that your dreams, your struggles, and your very existence are small, is perhaps the greatest illusion ever sold to humanity. But what if that feeling of being lost and overwhelmed is actually the most powerful sign that you're about to unlock a reality you never knew existed? This isn't some far-off spiritual concept. It's about you, right now. The shocking truth is, you are not small. You are a walking, breathing galaxy, and the entire universe is experiencing itself through your eyes. The strange feelings, the weird coincidences, the sense of not fitting in anymore. These aren't signs you're breaking down. They are the 7 core symptoms of a profound spiritual awakening, a calling from your higher self. Stick with me, because this isn't just theory. It's a roadmap to harness this transformation and realize the immense power you've held all along. Topic 1. A person often finds themselves looking up at the night sky, feeling utterly minuscule in the grand scheme of the universe. This perspective can shape their entire reality, making daily struggles feel both overwhelming and pointless. They might think their personal dreams are insignificant against the vast, silent backdrop of space. It's a common starting point on the path of spirituality, this feeling of being small, but it's a profound misunderstanding of one's true nature and connection to everything. Then, a strange little nudge happens. It's a funny thing, this quiet calling that seems to come from nowhere. It might arrive as a vivid dream that feels more real than waking life, or a series of odd coincidences that are too perfect to ignore. This is the first whisper from their deeper consciousness, a gentle tap on the shoulder from the universe itself. These moments are the first signs of a spiritual awakening, challenging what they thought they knew about reality. This quiet stirring plants a seed of curiosity that begins to sprout. They start to wonder, is this all there is? The mundane world no longer feels like the complete picture, and questions about mysticism and their own spiritual development begin to surface. This isn't just idle daydreaming. It's the very beginning of a profound personal development journey. This initial pull is the first step toward understanding that those feelings aren't random, but symptoms of something incredible waking up inside them. Topic 2. After that first spark of curiosity, a person often starts to feel, well, a bit weird. The things that once brought them joy, like gossiping with friends or chasing fleeting trends, suddenly feel empty and draining. This experience can lead to a sense of spiritual isolation, where they feel like an outsider in their own life. It's not that they're better than anyone else, but their soul is starting to crave a different kind of connection, a deeper conversation about the nature of reality and the universe. At the same time, the world can become an overwhelming place due to energetic hypersensitivity. Crowded malls feel like a psychic assault, and they can walk into a room and instantly feel the emotional residue left behind. This isn't them being dramatic. Their energetic senses are coming online, making them keenly aware of the subtle energies that most people miss. This is one of the classic 7 symptoms of a major spiritual shift, a true sign of transformation. These symptoms are a calling from their own consciousness, signaling that a profound personal growth phase has begun. They might experience vivid dreams, ringing in their ears, or a sudden desire to drastically change their diet. Instead of pathologizing these experiences, a wise guide would see them for what they are, signposts on the road to a spiritual awakening. These aren't random quirks. They are clues leading them toward a much bigger truth about themselves. Topic 3. Many people who experience these shifts worry they are losing their minds, but what's happening is the exact opposite. They are finding it. This process is widely known as a spiritual awakening, a powerful and often disruptive expansion of consciousness. It's the soul's alarm clock finally going off, signaling that it's time for a deep transformation. The old, limited version of themselves is starting to crumble to make way for a more authentic expression of their being. This journey is the heart of spiritual development and personal growth. It involves courageously looking at all the beliefs, fears, and patterns that have been running their life on autopilot. It's a messy, beautiful and absolutely essential process of shedding the layers of who they were told to be, so they can finally discover who they truly are. It's an invitation to embark on the ultimate adventure, the quest for self-knowledge. Initially, this awakening can feel like being tossed in a cosmic ocean without a life raft. The old maps of reality no longer work, and the new world feels disorienting. A wise person learns not to fight the current, but to flow with it. The key is to start seeking tools that can help them navigate these new waters, something to anchor them as they learn to swim in this vast new ocean of consciousness. Topic 4. In the midst of this beautiful chaos, the most crucial first step is to find an anchor. The single most powerful tool for this is meditation. This doesn't require a silent retreat or complicated postures. It can be as simple as sitting quietly for 5 minutes each morning and focusing on the rhythm of their breath. For example, trying an app like Calm or Headspace can provide a gentle entry point. This simple act creates a pocket of inner peace in an otherwise turbulent inner world. This practice of sitting still and breathing is so much more than just a relaxation technique. It's a profound form of energy work. When a person begins to meditate, they are consciously choosing to quiet the frantic noise of the ego. It's in this created silence that they can finally start to hear the subtle whispers of their higher self. This is the beginning of a conversation that will change the entire course of their life. From this foundation, other forms of healing can be explored. This might mean journaling to untangle the flood of new thoughts and emotions, or simply taking long walks in nature to ground their energy. The point isn't to follow a rigid formula, but to actively participate in their own spiritual development. Each conscious action taken for their well-being is like opening a door, or more accurately, a spiritual portal to deeper understanding. Topic 5. As they delve deeper, they begin to understand a fundamental truth. Everything is energy. Their body, their thoughts, the chair they're sitting on, it's all vibrating. The spiritual awakening they're navigating is essentially a massive upgrade to their personal energetic frequency. This is why they suddenly feel so much. Their consciousness is tuning into a wider bandwidth of reality, much like a radio finding new stations. This is where the concept of a spiritual portal becomes very real. An energetic portal isn't a physical gateway in the sky, but a state of heightened consciousness that allows access to information and wisdom beyond the 5 senses. Deep meditation, a moment of pure creative flow, or even a powerful loving connection with another person can open this portal. It's a direct line to the operating system of the universe. What's even more exciting is that they don't have to wait for these portals to open by chance. They can learn to create them. By consciously cultivating high vibrational states like gratitude, joy, and unconditional love, they elevate their own energy. This practice of mysticism isn't about spooky rituals. It's about aligning their personal energy with the benevolent, intelligent energy of the universe, unlocking new levels of self-knowledge and power. Topic 6. So, who or what is communicating through this energetic portal? It's the voice of their own higher self. This isn't an external guru or deity, but the most expansive, wise, and loving part of their own soul. It's the part of them that was never fooled by the illusion of separation and remembers its eternal connection to the source of all that is. This is their true self, waiting patiently to be heard. The core work of spiritual growth is learning to distinguish the gentle, loving whisper of the higher self from the loud, fearful shouts of the ego. The ego's voice is always rooted in past pain or future anxiety, while the higher self speaks only in the present moment with unshakable calm and clarity. The journey is about learning to turn down the volume on the ego so they can elevate your soul and hear the wisdom it offers. Building this connection is the ultimate aim of personal development. When they begin to trust their higher self and allow its guidance to inform their choices, life transforms. Obstacles become opportunities, and fear is replaced by a deep sense of trust in the flow of the universe. They realize they are not a victim of circumstance but a co-creator with the cosmos, guided by the most perfect compass imaginable, their own soul. Topic 7. With this connection established, the initial feeling of being small completely dissolves. A person comes to a staggering and beautiful realization. The universe is not just out there. The very same carbon, nitrogen, and oxygen that forged distant stars and galaxies are inside their own body. This is the heart of spiritual vision, seeing that they are not just looking at the universe. They are a way for the universe to look at itself. This perspective fundamentally rewrites their experience of reality. They start to see the web of interconnection that links all of life. A difficult coworker is no longer just an annoyance. They are another aspect of universal consciousness playing out its own story of healing and growth. This shift in perception, from separation to unity, is a monumental step toward enlightenment and a more compassionate way of living. They begin to understand that their dreams and intentions are not just idle thoughts, but powerful broadcasts into a responsive, energetic field. They are no longer just hoping for a better reality. They are actively participating in its creation. Their personal transformation sends ripples out into the collective, contributing to the healing of the whole. They are a vital part of a cosmic symphony, and their unique note matters. Topic 8. Living an awakened life doesn't mean escaping the human experience to go live in a cave. On the contrary, it's about being more fully present and engaged with reality, but from a completely different foundation. The goal of this profound spiritual development is to carry a deep reservoir of inner peace within, allowing them to navigate life's inevitable challenges with grace and wisdom instead of fear and reactivity. Through this process, they become a source of healing for others without even trying. Their centered, authentic energy naturally calms and uplifts those around them. Having done the inner energy work, their very presence becomes a stabilizing force in a chaotic world. It's a quiet leadership, rooted not in authority, but in the simple, powerful act of being their true self. This journey toward enlightenment never really has a final destination. It's a continuous unfolding. It's an ongoing process of discovering deeper layers of truth, love, and consciousness. They have finally grasped the magnificent truth. They are not a small, insignificant being. They are a dynamic, breathing expression of the entire cosmos, a story of the universe being told, and the most exciting chapters are still to be written. Now you hold the map. This knowledge is not meant to be just another interesting idea you contemplate for a day and then forget. It's a living, breathing key to unlock a more profound reality. The universe isn't waiting for you to be perfect to begin this journey. It's waiting for you to be willing. Are you brave enough to sit in silence for 5 minutes and listen for the voice of your higher self? What one small, outdated belief about yourself are you willing to release, right now, to make room for the galaxy within you? Don't let this be just another video. Let this be the moment you stop seeing yourself as a victim of circumstance and start owning your power as a co-creator of your reality. The path to enlightenment isn't out there in a distant temple. It's inside your own consciousness, waiting to be explored. So, what is the first step you will take today? Not tomorrow, but today, to honor this spiritual awakening and begin living as the magnificent, cosmic being you truly are. If this message resonated with the deepest part of you, then your journey with us is just beginning. Subscribe to the Wow Signal channel and hit the notification bell. We're going to go even deeper into these topics, giving you the practical tools and wisdom to navigate your transformation and elevate your soul.